Smoke a Percy so sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
Y'all know what the fuck we doing, man. It's Hot Thoughts TV. Niggas hot in the bitch, man.
I'm smoking a Percy so sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
So you said that the gladiator school was long over when he got there. So what changed that?
The same way they cleaned up the streets. So y'all remember the 90s is fucked up in the world, so it's super fucked up in prison. To where you would have units like Terror Unit. You would have units like Clemens Unit, the Burning Hell. You would have units like Ferguson, Gladiator School, where white folks have created an environment of murder, death, rape, and whatever the fuck you think about. Like, it was nothing for you to come through the door and a nigga fuck you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So what they wanted to do was make prison safer because they are trying to clean up the streets also.
Right.
Am I making sense? So they went about a process same way they did no bullying. You know, one time niggas was bullying niggas. Now it's like if you bullying, report. Same thing. All the bullies end up in prison.
Mm.
So they wanted to clean up the system from that. They didn't want that happening because they know it creates a super predator type mindset. So in 2003, they created a thing called Safe Prison Act, where they went about reforming the prisons. And the way they did it was to get rid of all the racist white guards and the old guard that was controlling and forcing niggas to fight each other and fuck over people.
Right.
So that's what they did as a form of protection and making prison safe. Where they put phones in the day room, you could call home for help. You know, you could get help now. Well, before there's no cameras, no phones. You'll be dead 3 weeks before your mama find out. Do you understand? And then we'll tell her what happened. Now it's cameras, it's phones, it's all that stuff. That's how they did to try to make prison safer. Not to say prison still ain't dangerous, but it's not that.
Right.
And I'm making sense. The streets are safer than they are in the 90s, but the streets still ain't a place to fuck around in.
Right.
But you can go somewhere with a color on and nobody fuck with you, but nobody gun you down, right? Yeah. So that's the difference. He came in 2010, and that was 7 years after the Safe Prison Act had been invoked. But he was so happy to make it to the Ferguson unit that had the reputation and the name that he was willing to, you know, do whatever he say because he finally made it over there. But he tell you that shit was over with.
Yeah.
That's why he went on his, whatever the fuck he called that shit that he went on. But again, you know, my thing with Percy is just that, just explaining the truth, man. I ain't trying to stop his stardom or none of that shit. I definitely ain't trying to beat him up. Nigga definitely ain't fucking with me at all on no level. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But it got to be a balance to the bullshit. The bullshit can't be way up here and the real shit just down here. So I'm trying to goddamn me bring that shit like this or like that. It got to be a balance. So he go on Real Life Street Stars. And that shit pissed me off when he talked about not writing or visiting his kids, right? Because you got to understand this as a person that been in jail, man. I was able to transform my life. Prison is a place you could transform your life. If you do want to do the right things, if you do want to get your life back on track, the white folks are giving you the time to think, right? And one things that make you not think, one of the things that make me less angry is that I got visits. Is that people on the outside finally felt like they had an opportunity to reach me.
Yeah.
Right? And you could reach a person while he in prison. But if you abandon that person in prison, right, the chances are his reign of anger is gonna continue.
For sure.
All right. So anybody that been to prison know that. You know, some niggas get out and say, oh no, I gotta write my people. I gotta send some people some money. You ever seen a nigga get out of jail and he trying to send somebody else some money that was in there? He trying to send them some help. Or man, let me take this picture, man. Let me send this picture. And I know you like, man, what the fuck is this nigga here doing? Because that person getting out understand the stress and the trauma that the people in there are dealing with.
Yeah.
So for him to make money off prison stories, off prison fabrication, while making money from these things, at the same time say, I don't send my kids no money or no letters, is a fucking disgrace, my nigga. To any nigga that ever been through that struggle and any nigga that want to help a person go through that struggle. So you mean to tell me we ain't talking about you writing Pico. We talking about your babies.
Right. Right.
The white man got your babies. And you ain't got nothing for them.